Check it.
What's up, Bay fans? It is KB here. Today we are going to have another review. Today we're going to look at the Beyblade Burst Turbo Cross Collision set. Now, this one has been out in the States, I think, for a while, but I have only just noticed it in our local store of farmers, so I figured I'd grab it and we could have a look at it and see what all the hype is about. Okay, so this is a fairly large box, so this will be a little finicky for me to get everything in, so I may have to move the camera back at certain points for you to get all the glitz and glam. Alright, so first starting off the front of the box, at the top here we have Beyblade Burst Turbo. In the middle here we've got the two new Beyblades, which I can't pronounce them yet, but we'll get to that. On the left here we have the purple one and we have the gold one on the right. Down the middle here we have the Slingshot logo, and in the bottom right corner we have two demo players and the Beyblades in the stadium. Below that we've got the name Cross Collision Battle Set, and in the bottom right corner we have the Hasbro logo. Okay, so on the top up here we have the Beyblade Burst Turbo logo, the two new Beyblades, Slingshot, and there are the new bays. And on the side, which I may have to adjust the camera, just tilt this up. Cool, and on the side here we have Beyblade Burst Turbo logo, Slingshot under that, and the two Beyblades again. Included in this pack is also two of the Slingshot launchers and their ripcords, and the new Cross Collision Stadium. Down here is the logo for the Hasbro app, so if you don't have that app I would say give it a shot because it's fun. And on the back of the box, don't mind the new Fornius pack back there, I'll get to that in another review. Okay, and on the back of the box, here we go. So these are the names of the Beyblades. So on the left here we have Left Astro A4, and this is energy layer. The weight disc I believe it's D57 in Hasbro terms, but I'll have to have a closer look to know exactly what number that is. For the driver we have TD03S, and underneath that we have the Slingshot ratings. So he's got a power of 2 and a speed of 4. Below that are his stats. So we've got 2 for attack, 1 for burst resistance, defense very high at 11, weight at 3, agility 5, and stamina 1. So in the middle there, as you can see, we have also got the Beyblade Burst Turbo logo, and underneath is a illustration of all the combinations. So these two Beyblades can join, and when they join you can make a maximum of 8 different varieties, so that's going to be pretty neat. Underneath that you also have the Cross Collision Stadium image and the ripcords and launchers, and on the right hand side of the box we have Right Artemis A4. So this one here is your right spin, and that one there is your left. So on the top there you've got the purple energy layer for Artemis A4, and the weight disc under that, which I think looks like 6. It might be 6, but its Hasbro name is D49, and the driver is TA07S. So Artemis has a power of 2, and he has a speed of 4. As for his stats, he is ranking at 7 on his attack, he's weighing in at 4, has a burst resistance of 1, defense of 2, and agility 8. So this guy's primarily about speed, and he's about defense. Okay, on the right hand side of the box we have, sorry about the lighting, there's a bit of glare going on outside, so I had to turn the main light off. On the top here we've got Beyblade Burst Turbo, underneath that we've got Excalius X4, Hazard Curbeus K4, Zeachilles A4, I think that's a black one. Yeah, it is, how neat. And under that we've got Wonder Valtryek V4. And underneath that you've just got your legal text in the barcode. Okay, so that is a rundown of the box. I can now take all the parts out and we can have a look at the set in a dismantled form. Be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. There's a lot of bits in the box, so I'm going to have to do this in two pieces. First we'll focus on the stadium, and then I'll move on to the Beyblades and the launcher accessories. Okay, so first out of the box you'll find the stadium. So the stadium is fairly large, and it does come with a shield, so you got your burst shield there, which will be nice because you don't want to get hit in the face. You also get this loose plastic stuff for putting the stadium together, so that is in there too. You'll also get this here. So instructions are pretty much basic for all Beyblade products, but this more or less just gives you the rundown. There's all the warnings and stuff, and on the back here is the details for putting the parts together. And there in the bottom is more or less just a breakdown of all the sections of the stadium. So the top left you've got your launching zone, bottom left you've got the speed cradle, on the right hand side you've got the battle ring, and below that you've got the rail system. And over here is your instructions on how to put the various different parts together so you can combine them, and how to activate their respective slingshocks. Okay, so that is the instructions. So to give you a rundown of just how big this stadium is, I have two stadiums here to compare. So this is our new Rail Rush collision set. So if we put this one off to the side here, we now have this here, just for a size comparison, is the original Rail Rush set that comes with the Valtryek and the Z Achilles. So you get that one, which is significantly smaller. So if we line up the two ends in the bottom of my camera, that is the stadium there. So it is pretty big. Basically this is a combination of this rail set and the Colossus Stadium. So the Colossus Stadium, if you weren't sure what one that was, it's the massive orange one that you see in stores. So it's more or less a combination of this one and this one run together, but it's going to be much nicer because it gives you the bigger space. You can do royales, there's more burst, there's more action, and yeah, I mean the stadium looked cool, but it wasn't that great. Okay, so that's our stadium sussed. I'll move on now to the Beyblades and the accessories. So put that over there. So when it comes down to the Beyblades, just zoom this in for us. There we go. Cool, so in the set, you're going to get these two Beyblades. So over here, on the left, we've got left Astro A4. So this one, I believe, is mainly defense. So he's got a full defense characteristic. It's a nice layer. Underneath it, we have your QR code. So if you play the Beyblade Burst app, there's your code. And for the guys in the app chat, if you don't have the code, there it is there. So I'll add this video to the channel so you guys can have a look. Cool, so that's the energy layer. And for the weight disc, as I said before, I couldn't read what it was. It turns out it is 10. So this is a new one. I haven't seen this before. So we'll see how that goes down in a battle. And here's the new driver. So this driver, I believe, looks a lot like Minoboros' driver. So there's a potential chance it is. It's just got a recolor. But yeah. So the code on it is E5565, and the Hasbro one is V2976B. Cool, and then moving on to Artemis A4. Here is the attack layer. So as you can see, this energy layer has a face on the right, and the Astro has a face on the left. So when these two combined, the two faces make one. So as for the weight disc, I was right on my guess. The weight disc is 6, so it's pretty much Vortex's. It's basically the weight disc that connects to the Vortex frame, which is normally on Valtryek V3. And moving on to the driver. Here is the driver. This one looks a lot like the one that is on, what is it, Noctimus N3? Could be wrong. I mean, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain it is. Their slingshot gimmicks, I think, are going to be quite tough to figure out, but they pretty much do what you would expect. I think it's probably a pull and twist. But yeah, those are the drivers. These two pieces up here are actually your fusion bits. So when the two Beyblades, when you want to put them together and make one, you take out the main chamber on these two. So there'll be, I think it's just you push and it clicks out, and then you basically take the face out, you join the two, and you put one of the new ones in, and it'll either spin to the left or to the right. Cool. And then the other parts you're going to get with these are basically just your launchers that you normally get. So as I was saying before, there are 8 variations of combinations you can put together of these Beyblades, but it'll take a really long time to do it. So if you guys want to see what variations these Beyblades can actually do, let me know in the comments, and I'll create a video specifically about the different combinations and the ways that these two Beyblades interact when they are either fused together or when they're separate. Okay, so seeing as we've covered all that, put these two Beyblades together, I'll assemble the stadium, and we can put them to the test and see how these new guys fare. Okay, Bay fans, so the stadium is now in one piece. Just a point to note though, if you get this set, I just had a bit of trouble trying to put the stadium together, and it turns out that there are 2 different kinds of clips in this set. So you're going to find there's ones with these little fins on the top that have Beyblade printed on it, and there's also going to be these little flat headed ones. So if you put the stadium together and for some reason it's not clicking right, have a look to see if you're putting a flat one into the foot, or if you're trying to put one of the ones with the little tab on the top, because the tab ones will not fit into the feet section. The little tab ones have actually got little plastic clips underneath them, I think, that holds the shell onto the top of the stadium, and this actually prevents the clip from going into the leg down here. So I just thought I'd point that out now because it drove me nuts. I thought my stadium was stuffed, but that's all it turned out to be. Okay, so moving on to the battle part. Before we do though, I will mention that there is one more barcode on this, so I'll try and get it as close as I can. So that code in there is the code for the stadium, but I still don't think that is close enough. Alright, hang on a second, I'll just dismount the camera. So there you go. So there's the code for the cross collision set if you use the app, and you should be able to get it now if you pause. Okay, so just put this back in. There we go. Alright, so we are back in the frame, so we can now put these Beyblades to the test. I won't test their slingshot modes in this video just because it's going to be really finicky to do, and I don't really want to waste everyone's time. But here we go. So I'll do it to a battle of 3 points. We'll go to 3 points and we'll see which one of these two beats each other in the 3 points. Okay, so we're going to start off launching Astro. So 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And Artemis. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. The defense seems to be holding up well right now on the Astro. And maybe not. Okay, so it looks like round 1 goes to Artemis. Astro just didn't seem to have the knack. Although there were a few, almost a click. There was almost 1 click on the Artemis base, so it did do something. Alright, round 2. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Oh, that was an absolutely terrible launch, so we're going to have to redo that one, that's for sure. That was atrocious. I don't think it just fell off the launcher, but we will try again. Alright, here we go. Round 2. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. Ah, another foul launch. do not seem to have the launches down pat in this battle. Which is a shame. Okay, round 2. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. And it looks like it goes to Astro. So we're looking at a standpoint of 1-1. It is surprising though, because Astro was launched first, and I would have thought he would have run out of steam because the launch on Artemis wasn't that great. But for some reason, it's still won. Go guys, round 3. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Ooh, that was a close one, but our victor that time round was Astro. So Astro moves to 2 points and leaves Artemis behind on 1. Okay, round 4. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. Ooh, now it's neck and neck, 2 for 2. Astro has 2 and Artemis is on 2. Alright, moving on to the next round. Time for round 5. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Go shoot. And there you have it. The winner of our match is Artemis. Okay guys, so that was my review of the new Beyblade Burst Turbo Cross Collision battle set. In the battle set you're going to get your Artemis A4 and your Astro A4. You'll also get these nifty little clips to interchange their modes, as well as your 2 slingshot launchers and their respective ripcords. Alright guys, so that was the review in a nutshell. If you enjoyed this product, let me know in the comments. Join the channel, show us some love, and leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. As well as if you want to know how all the combinations go together for these 2 Beyblades, let me know down below, and I can sort out a video for you in the future. Until then guys, have a good one.
Check this.